Welcome back to General Driving. I hope you enjoyed my last videos, and please remember to subscribe to get notifications on other videos that I bring out. This video is about, again, general driving. I like to do general driving. I do touch on some topics. My last video was a roundabouts topic. I hope you got that one. I like to touch on topics, but I like to do general driving most of the time. And the reason I like to do general driving most of the time is because it's real driving. Now, when you touch on topics, it's just how to do something. But general driving, anything can pop up, and usually does. And we get different scenarios each time we go around. We could go down the same road 10 times, and each time something different will happen. So that's why it's good to do general driving and watch general driving videos. Let's get started. I'll put the camera at a different angle today to see if that works better. Okay, seeing it's clear, I'm going to move off. The reason we indicate so that the car coming knows what we're doing. There is a vehicle behind me who's flown around a corner, so he's kind of very close to me. But you just ignore them. You carry on at the same speed, and if he wants to go around me, he can go around me. You shouldn't let it affect you. With these speed bumps, you try and hit one of the bumps, not two. Doesn't always work like that, but you do try. And if you can't hit one, then you slow down for them. So we're going to turn right at the end of the road, so I'll check my centre mirror and my right mirror. Indicate right. Stay near the centre line, which is the hazard line, but don't go over it. Make sure it's safe. I'm going to crawl out because it's safe to go. As long as I'm not slowing anybody down, I'll start getting on the brake now because there's a vehicle in front of me that's blocking my road. I'm going to take the next left, so I'll mirror signal left. I'll slow down a little bit because this guy's taking my road. There's not much I can do about that except for stop. And it's okay to do that. You haven't got a choice really. You have to stop, or you're going to go straight into them. So again, it's all about safety. Every aspect of driving is about safety. So if you ever come across a situation where you think, what do I do? You just think in terms of safety, and there's your answer. How do I deal with it safely? That's your answer. Checking my mirrors, signal left. You check the centre and left mirror when you're turning or moving left, and centre and right mirror when you're turning or moving right. There's a giveaway line coming up, you can tell by the hazard line on the floor. Another giveaway line coming up, you can again tell by the hazard line on the middle of the floor. As you turn, you check the crossing. If there was someone crossing as I was turning, I'd have to turn in and stop mid-turn. So you wouldn't carry on, you'd stop mid-turn. And that's okay to do that. Width restrictions coming up. When it comes to width restrictions, all you do is you slow right down. You can almost come to a stop. Straighten yourself up and do not look at them. Just look straight through. But it's important to straighten yourself up first and then don't look at them. Coming out of the test centre on their tests. That Mini is on a test. Green Test Centre again. So we're turning left at the end of the road. If you have to sit behind someone, you always wait so they can see their wheels touching the floor. They've gone, I can roll forward to the line. I turn in a little bit when I'm turning out of the road. When I'm turning into the road, I don't do that, because if I do that, we'll go over the curb. And to avoid going over the curb, we'll end up going over the hazard line, which is designed to separate us when we're turning in and out of a road. So the vehicles coming in and out. Stopping for the lady that's crossing. When you stop at the line. Don't stop a car length behind. Don't stop over the line. Stop at the line. Wait till she completes the crossing. Make sure no one's crossing and carry on, checking your mirrors. That's what you're meant to do. Move it out slightly. Again, you're supposed to be over the line, because to try and be in your lane wouldn't work. You'd end up hitting the vehicles, probably every single one of them. So you have to be over the line. Now I don't have to be over the line, that's why I'm back in again. And I mentioned this on quite a few videos because it's important. You can keep the right lane here. Again, I mentioned this on a few videos. And the reason I can keep the right lane is because you should be able to answer this if you watch my other videos. You can keep the right hand lane because there's no one in front of you turning right, and you can go straight ahead in both lanes. If there were someone in front of you turning right, you'd be stuck behind them. There's a large vehicle coming. We're going to slow it down and probably wait here. So we'll keep it back a little. There you go. Okay, we're ready to go again. So when it comes to tight situations like this, you don't look at what's coming. Well, you should never look at what's coming anyway. But you don't look at what's coming or the parked vehicles. You just have tunnel vision. You look straight through at the gap. So there's no one coming from opposite, so I can go. There's a bus coming, so I'll slow down and wait. So when I wait, I don't wait in the middle of the road, but I don't wait too much over either, because if I wait too much over, the vehicle behind is going to go around me, thinking I've parked or take advantage. And if I wait too much over to the right in the bus's path, the bus ain't going to be able to get past, which was pointless me stopping in the first place, because the whole point of stopping would be to let the vehicle go past me. You see, every time we come down these roads, there's something different happening. There's a car turning in the middle of the road. We slow down and we carry on. Take it easy on the bend. So as you go around this bend, it's best to keep on the left hand side of the road and not to the middle, because if there is a vehicle coming, you want to avoid going into it. We just made those lights, and like I've mentioned before, if you're going through the lights and they're changing and it's unsafe to stop, then don't stop. That doesn't mean go through a red light. It does not mean that. So we go past the Jeep and then move it back to the centre of your lane. So we had to go over the line again, but move back to the centre of the lane. And the reason it's important that you stop at the lines and not past them is because, not just because you might scare pedestrians, but because large vehicles can come from the right, your right hand side, the right hand side of me right now, and if I'm over the line, they would probably go straight into me, because the lines are designed and set out in such a way that the large vehicle can still get around me if I'm stopped at the line, or past me, should I say, if I'm stopped at the line. But if I'm over that line, then there's an increased chance of a collision. So again, I've got someone that's being a bit impatient behind me. They're quite close, and I'm maintaining my speed. I'm not going any faster. I'm not going to go any slower. She's waving in and out. There's a lady crossing in front of me. I'm going to slow down the way I normally would slow down. So the thing is, if you go faster, the person behind who actually wants to go faster will go faster as well. So you're going to continuously have them behind you. So the best thing to do is to take your time, but at the speed limit, and eventually they will go around you. If they do begin to go around you, just ease off the gas, let them go around you, and they're not your problem anymore. Always better in front than behind, I say. I'd rather they overtook us than stuck behind us. So she's backed off now because she's seen I'm not going to go over the speed limit. So we're turning right at the roundabout. You go slightly over the roundabout, not fully over it, but not fully round it either. So I'm having a look through the fence. I don't know if you can see the fence. And then I'm going to turn. But I don't turn too much to the left as to cancel my indicator, because that's what would happen if I turn too much. Okay, I'm going to slow right down here. And they're letting me go. Okay. See, no one has priority here because the obstruction is on both sides of the road. Again, don't forget to subscribe so that you can get notifications of my channels that are coming out every day nearly. I'm bringing out a video every day. So just keep subscribing, to share it with your friends. Anyone that's learning, not just random friends. Anyone that's learning to drive, share it with them, so it helps them out, and get them to share it with people they know, because they are good videos. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to making some more.